Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Rain or Shine Sports Network. I'm your host, Tom Satera, joined today by Robbie Satera. We are talking pro football. This is the Pro Football Weekly, week number 7 of the NFL season. A third of the year is already gone. It seems to be going way too fast.
It is way too fast.
So same thing, a lot of good games, a little more predictable this last week. We did a little bit better on our prognosticating. We'll get into that in just a little bit. To start with, I'm going to go through the results from last weekend's games. Last Thursday night, San Francisco beat the Seahawks 36-24. Chicago over Jacksonville 35-16. Green Bay over Arizona 34-13. Indianapolis over Tennessee 20-17. Houston over New York. Where am I? New England, excuse me. 21-14. Tampa Bay 51. New Orleans 27. Philadelphia 20. Cleveland 16. Baltimore 30. Washington 23. LA Chargers 23. Denver 16. Pittsburgh 32. Vegas Raiders 13. Detroit 47. Dallas 9. That was a nice game. Atlanta 38-20 over Carolina. Cincinnati 17-7 over the Giants. And Buffalo beat the Jets in a pretty good game on Monday night 23-20. Now, of all of these games, which team do you look at as the rain team? Again, the rain team is the one who showed the least, who probably had probably the most disappointing game.
It's
So who
probably
do
the
you have for
same.
that one?
We probably have the same one, Dallas.
I have Dallas as
Yeah,
well.
it was
To
just
to
bad.
play the way they have, they've lost 4 straight at home now. The last 4 games they've played at home. Um, Giving up 40 points a game in those games. So it's pretty disappointing for sure. How about the Shine game or the Shine team for you?
I got the Bucks. They're playing really well. Baker's
Uh,
scoring all over the place. So
Yeah, there was 3 of them I was considering. I was considering Houston or not Houston. Oh, Baltimore over Washington, and then obviously Detroit was another one. But I said the same thing. I think Tampa Bay as well, to do what they did to the Saints. Yeah, no Derek Carr there, 51-27. That's a pretty big win. And so from there, we're going to move on to our rain and shine rankings. So we start with the lowest 3 teams, the 30th ranked, 31st ranked, and 32nd ranked. And then we count down from 3, 2, and the number 1 team um, in the NFL right now. So number 30 for me, I got Tennessee back on the list there.
yeah, that's mine too. That is mine.
Okay. Number 31, I got the Patriots.
I have the Panthers in this spot.
Okay. Okay. Number 32, I have the Panthers.
I have the Patriots in that spot.
So a little variation on the bottom 3. Several teams are fighting for that position, though. Jacksonville is right there. I'm not too thrilled with Miami and their play as well. But and the Cleveland Browns are right on the cusp too. So how about your number 3 team on the other side?
I got Houston here.
Okay. I
I'm
actually
just
put Tampa Bay here. They showed me a lot. I think Detroit has a chance to get back into that if they pull off another win this week. I think they have a chance to be able to do that. How about your second place team then?
well. This one had a bye. The top two had buys these last 2 weeks, so
Right.
it's hard to really adjust them. But Minnesota is my number
Yep.
two.
Minnesota and Kansas City as
Yep.
the number 1 team. And I think we're both on the same page with that until they get beat. Then that's who they are. And I think it's a possibility this week. We'll talk about that as we go. So, how did we do last week with our guessing, I guess I should say.
I mean, let me just pull it up really quick. Okay, now it's processing for some reason. But once it loads up, please.
Technology at its finest.
Mm-hmm. That's not the one. This one. This was the recap of basically what our picks were these
Okay,
last 2 weeks.
I'll take 11-3,
Yep. And
even
then
though now I'm
these were the
7
ones.
games behind rather than 6.
Yeah. And these were
All
the
right,
ones
so
that
this
we were.
shows who the games we missed then. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All the ones that we agreed on were right. Maybe we need to agree more.
There we go. There we go.
All
All
right.
right. Well, that it was better for both of us, but I need to do a better job of trying to catch up. I'm down um 7 games now. So there's going to have to be a week when you just sit out and I try to pick games and yours don't count for anything.
You'd have to pay me for that.
All right, how about the fantasy football numbers from this past weekend for the quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, and tight ends?
All righty. Well, we're gonna just start right away. It's Caleb Williams. He played pretty damn good in that what was it? It was London, right? Was it London?
Yes.
Yeah, it was a London game. 23 completions, 226 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. He rushed 4 times for 56 yards, and that equals 37.64 points for him. And then we're going to move on to Baker Mayfield. Is this the year?
Baker on
Is
the
Baker
list
in the
again.
running for MVP right now? 24 completions, 325, 4 touchdown passes, did throw 3 interceptions. 3 rushes, 29 yards, 36.9 fantasy points for him there. And then Jordan Love, 22 completions, 258, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception, added 5 rushes for 13 on the ground as well. 34.62 for him. We're moving on to the running backs now. Sean Tucker, a third string? Is this third? He's a third string running back. Came in place of Rachaad White. Him and Bucky Irving shared the backfield after Rachaad White went out, and he balled out. 14 carries, 136 yards, and a touchdown. And then 3 catches, 56 yards, and another touchdown. That's 37.87. And that is the highest score of the week for that. Joe Mixon, 13 carries, 102, a rushing touchdown, 2 catches, 30 yards, and another receiving touchdown. 27.2 for him. I like this. I like seeing this name up here. I want to see it more. 15 carries, 95 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns for Bijan, and then 3 catches for 10 yards as well, 25.5 for him. On to receivers. Chris Godwin, your guy.
Hey,
11
I like to
catches,
see him up there.
125 yards, 2 touchdowns, 35.5. It seems like Tampa Bay is just scoring left and right because they are. Garrett Wilson, 8 catches, 107 yards, and a touchdown, bringing his score to 24.7. And then Deebo Samuel. I like to see that too. Fortunately, it had to happen against the Seahawks, but 3 catches, 102 yards, and a touchdown, 4 carries for 15 yards, 24.17 for him. Moving on to tight ends. All right, Cole Kmet, 5 catches, 70 yards, 2 touchdowns, and that's 27 even fantasy points for him there. George Kittle, 558 and 2 for him. He had 25.8. And then Evan Ingram, 10 catches, 102 yards, and we do have a tight end premium. That's why his score is so high, 25.2 for him.
All right, disappointment for the week for me in fantasy, Travis Etienne. Negative 0.1.
I don't know if I have a disappointment other than yes, I do. It's not really more. It's more unfortunate than a
Here's with an
disappointment.
injury, though.
2 of them, Dontavian Wicks and Dallas Goddard, leaving in the first 10 minutes of the game or something like that, or whatever,
Well,
first drive or whatever. It happens.
So you ended up not winning this week. You lost to your mother, of all people. Shout out to Kelly. Nice job. All right.
I'll show
All
you the
right, we're going to
text I
look at
sent her afterwards. Said, I'll get
we're
my
going to
revenge.
we're going to look at this week's games now and give you our predictions from those. Please don't bet anything big on even the games we select sometimes. You don't want to do that. But we will give a parlay later at the end of the show here. And we are not responsible for anything you may win or lose. All right, Thursday's game Denver at New Orleans. Sean Payton going back home. Is this going to be a good return for Sean Payton or will New Orleans spoil it? I
Well,
say New Orleans spoils it.
uh, I'm going. We
Okay.
both have it. We both
All
got
right.
this one, so
All
we'll
right.
see.
All right. Next up, Jacksonville hosting New England. So New England going to Jacksonville. Unbelievable matchup here. Both teams 1-5,
Both
and
could be in the bottom three.
and this is in London again, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the final London game of the year. Yep.
And it looks like we both got Jacksonville on that one. Then, if you had
Mm-hmm.
picked them as well, yeah. Yep. All right, Seattle at Atlanta, 10 o'clock morning game. I think Atlanta's going to win.
Yep, we got this one too. So.
I hope I'm wrong, but that's just what I'm thinking. All right, Tennessee at Buffalo. Tennessee on the lower end, 1-4. Buffalo 4-2. Buffalo for me.
See,
Upset for you?
I had to think about this one a little bit. No, I didn't have to. Come on. And we both got Buffalo on this one.
Uh,
There's nothing going on with Tennessee. Like
all right, yeah, I totally agree. Cincinnati at Cleveland. Is this the week that maybe Deshaun Watson gets benched? I like Cincinnati.
as do I.
Oh, okay.
I will say, if he does get benched, I got Jameis Winston on my fantasy team, so I'm hoping for that. I need a backup guy right now.
Right, right. Okay. Houston at Green Bay. This is one of the better matchups of the weekend. Houston 5-1, Green Bay 4-2. I got the pack.
I don't. This is
Oh,
our first one.
you're riding Houston there.
I like Houston. They're playing
Y-
great.
You picked them pretty much all year, so
Pretty much, yeah. I think I was only
all
wrong once or twice, so
right. All
might as
right,
well
moving
keep with it.
on. Miami at Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson is going to play. I got Indianapolis against Miami.
We both do. Yep, that
We
was
both do.
got to see some for us to
Yep.
switch. So and
Yep.
we haven't.
Yep. All right, Detroit at Minnesota. Again, this is a really good game too. Detroit 4-1, Minnesota 5-0 division game. I like Detroit knocking them off.
I got to roll with it too.
Ooh, you too. Okay.
Yep, yep. Could go like with how Minnesota's defense is after getting a bye week. Who knows? Maybe they're even better. So
We'll
we'll see.
see. We'll see. All right, Philadelphia at the New York Giants. Philadelphia seems to be in turmoil even when they win. Coach was getting on the fan base behind the bench, and not a lot of people not too happy with that. So, I got Philadelphia though beating the Giants.
As do I.
All righty. This one is another underachieving game, I believe, anyway. The Las Vegas Raiders at the Los Angeles Rams. I got the Rams. I think the Rams are going to pull one off,
Yep, we both
as
got the
do
Rams.
you.
Yep, yep.
All right. Next up, Carolina at Washington. Don't know if this will even be a much of a game at all. I'm going to take the Commanders, which means that Carolina will probably upset them.
No,
That's
I got your luck when it comes to picking teams and like we counteract each other. I got Washington, so they're gonna win. So you're good.
all right. Now, Sunday, 125, Kansas City at San Francisco. San Francisco is due, after beating Seattle, they're due to have a really good game. They're at home. It's the regular season. I got San Francisco on this one.
You can't bet against Kansas City.
Oh, I
You just
just
can't.
did. All
Um,
right. There's one that I get to pick up then. This one has become interesting now as well. The New York Jets at the Pittsburgh Steelers. And adding Devontae Adams, I got the Jets winning this one.
we both do again.
Okay. Russell Wilson may possibly play. Mike Tomlin's pretty tight-lipped on what's
That
going
makes
on.
the decision even easier. Uh,
All right, 2 Monday night games this week. First one, Baltimore at Tampa Bay. I like Baltimore in this one.
yeah, I like how Tampa Bay is playing, but I think Baltimore just has a little bit
Well,
more offensively.
yeah, I think Baltimore is right on the verge of getting into that top three as
Hmm.
well. So, all right, and the last game on ESPN Plus, I believe. I seen that it was
Yeah,
the exclusively streamed on ESPN Plus. Los Angeles Chargers at the Arizona Cardinals. And I'm going to take a little bit of an underdog here. I'm taking Arizona on this one, being at home.
huh? That's a little weird, but go
I
for
think
it.
it's good. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good game, but I think Arizona's going to pull it out.
Hmm.
All right, so let's pick our rain and shine games for the weekend, and then we'll announce our parlay for which would have hit for the first time last week.
Yep.
Both of our picks hit. So if you listened last week and placed a wager, you're welcome. If you placed a wager in all 5 other ones, we're sorry. I'm
We're.
sorry.
I was about to
I'm
say I only
sorry.
missed one, and it was by what, like a 0.5 or something, two
Yeah,
points or
half a
something. I don't
point or
know.
something maybe. All right. The absolute rain game for the weekend.
Oh my god.
The
It's
Yawner in
Pats and
London.
Jags. It's got to be.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
the Yawner in London. Total of 2 wins between the two teams, 10 losses. New England at Jacksonville. Does it really matter? I mean, neither one of these teams are going to get back into their season with a win here. I got Jacksonville winning it, but we'll see what happens. That's our rain game. How about the shine game? There was about three of those that I was trying to decide too, but I've got Detroit at Minnesota.
I had two, and it was Detroit, Minnesota, and Texans, Packers.
You
I
know,
went
and
with the
you can
Texans and the
still
Packers.
right. You can still look at Baltimore at Tampa Bay and Kansas City at San Francisco too. Those both are big games as well. So there you have it. A lot quicker today than it has been. I don't know if we're just getting more efficient or if there's less BS or what the deal is, but it's a lot faster. Less than 20 minutes now. So I hope everybody enjoys a
Oh, we're
great week.
missing something here, dude.
Yeah. Why
You
is it so
forgot you
much?
forgot your parlay.
Oh, the parlay. The parlay. That's what. Okay, we're still 11 minutes away from getting this thing out then. That's the deal. I decided it. Let's see. It is. What did I do with it? I have. We got time to fill. Sponsors need to be. Oh, wait a minute. We don't have no sponsors. All right. I have Cincinnati beating Cleveland by more than 6.
I
How
got
about
the
you?
Texans and Packers over 47.5. I'm
You,
sticking with my overs and
you
unders.
are king of the overs for sure.
Yep.
All right, now we can wrap this thing up for Tom Cetera and Robbie Cetera and all of us here at the Rainer Sports Network, broadcasting live from Aberdeen, Washington. Again, I hope you have a great weekend. Watch some great football. Still want to say go Seahawks. We do want them to win, and hopefully everybody stays healthy and everybody's fantasy teams win. Have a great night, everyone. Thanks. Bye.